Will it force historians to rewrite their favorite pages on Indian history? Scientific research is proving traditional historians to be wrong, like never before.
For the last 75 years, Indian historians and history books have consistently maintained that India's global trade stopped for more than 1,000 years after the Indus Valley Civilization collapsed in 1650 BC. Historians perversely call this period as a dark age. Historians believe that this dark period ended when the Persians and the Greeks benevolently decided to invade India and helped it to reconnect with the rest of the world. Historians also believe that India's external trade took off when Roman sailors landed on its shores around 26 BC. Recent scientific research proves Indian historians to be wrong on all these counts. We present one such scientific research in this episode that conclusively proves that India was trading its products globally in exchange for silver between 1200 BC to 650 BC, in the midst of the so-called Dark Age as referred to by historians. Namaskar, my name is Ajay Sharma. Welcome to a new episode of the Kafirnama. For the last 2,500 years, Greek and Persian histories refer to the massive silk hoard built by the Persian Empire. At 5,000 metric tons, it was the largest accumulated silver hoard by any kingdom in ancient times. And as the story goes, Alexander looted it when he defeated the Persian Empire in 331 BC. Subsequently, Alexander and his successors used the silver hoard to mint coins for the Greek Empire. Around 3 years back, a group of researchers decided to confirm whether this story was indeed true and to what extent. Little did they know that the research would throw up shocking new revelations on India's economic history. But how did Indian history become a part of their research? Well, it did not. It was merely a coincidence. As a part of the study on ancient Persian and Greek silver coins, they also decided to include silver coins from two Indian Janpaths from the same period as a part of their study, merely as a comparative measure and with no other expectations. Their decision would help overturn a long-standing false narrative on India's economic history. The researchers used a scientific process called lead isotope analysis that can be used to trace the precise geographical origin of different silver ores. The findings confirmed what the researchers had set out to test, that the silver ore used in both Persian and Greek coins came from a similar set of mines located in the same region and controlled by the Kingdom of Macedonia, that was a vassal state of the Persian Empire and later on became a part of the Greek Empire. But what about silver supplies of the two tiny Janpaths? The results were shocking. The silver used in the coins of the two Indian Janpaths had originated in mines located as far out as the British Isles, Spain, Greece, Turkey, and even Iran. The two Indian Janpaths had managed to procure silver mined in many different and distant locations across Asia and Europe. And how stark this difference was can be gauged from this comparison. Why do these results prove Indian historians to be wrong? For one, the Indian Janpadas had managed to procure silver with no massive armies or empires to boast of, exclusively by trade with distant regions, many centuries before Roman sailors landed on Indian shores. But what is the death blow to Indian historians? The mines in Spain, one of the sources of silver for the two Janpadas, closed down in 650 BC when the Phoenicians, who exclusively operated these mines, and the patrons of the Neo-Assyrian Empire hit their downfalls. The mines in Spain were reopened by the Romans, but only after 450 years. What does it mean? That the silver from mines in Spain had reached the Indian Janpaths earlier than 650 BC, clearly indicating that the Indian Janpadas were trading with the rest of the world earlier than 650 BC. The shutdown of Spanish mines in 650 BC also explains why the Persian and Greek empires that took shape only after 550 BC did not have any silver mined from these mines as a part of their coins. 4 interesting questions pop up. We now know, with the help of this study, that India was trading with the rest of the world earlier than 650 BC. But how do we know for sure that India was trading as early as 1200 BC? What was India trading with the rest of the world in this period? And how was trade carried out? Was it on caravans or ships or both? And lastly, did Phoenicians directly trade with India as has been speculated for the last 2500 years? We answer all these questions in subsequent episodes with the help of hard scientific evidence. If you like this episode, please do like it and share it with your friends. Also subscribe to our channel Kafirnama to get more such explosive content on India's economic history. Jai Bharat!